Good morning, everybody. I was just trying to invite some people. Sorry. I know I was kind of like, oh, well, congratulations on your first live. There's been many. Ooh, UK based. Good morning, everybody. I know I kind of like was like, I'm gonna try and go live at some time tomorrow. Well, it just so happened my meeting finished as scheduled, which doesn't really ever happen. And you know, I had some few minutos, so here we are. How am I? I'm good. Busy but good. I feel like this is up super high. Let me try and lower this stand a little bit. I feel like you guys are like in the sky. Well, have a good day at work. Remember, it's Friday. So, hi, Haley. So, unfortunately, Bobby Joe and I, par for the course, we filmed a couple of videos, and I guess there's a truck passing. Okay, or a school bus actually. I guess my mic wasn't plugged all the way in, so we recorded these really amazing videos with no sound. So when I went to go edit to get ready to upload, they had no sound. That pissed me off, but I mean, hi Julian. I mean, whatever. Let me see if I can make the volume louder. Is that better? So we are refilming. Oh my God, how many trucks are gonna go by? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm sorry. Um, so we are going to film again this Tuesday, and we're gonna do like 3 or 4 so we have them so we don't run into that. Otherwise, things have just been kind of crazy. I mean, like they've been a lot calmer than normal because I'm no longer working, all these hours, craziness, whatnot, because I resigned from Delaware Opportunities. So that has made things a lot less chaotic. And, whatever. So now I'm still doing supplies, of course, because I don't think I ever will not do them. I'm just doing them at a much calmer pace. I'm not like putting all these expectations or demands on myself as far as time frame and all this other shit because it just was not working for me as a human being. It was making things just chaotic, and I don't know. Maybe if your volume is screwy, log off and come back on. Because my stream is strong. I hate when that happens. I'm sorry. But anyway, things are a lot less chaotic, a lot more smoother, if you will. I am currently working 2 positions. Oh, cool. Thanks, Tessa. Try that, Madeline. Try if you go in and out and see if that works too. So I'm working for MCC, Mountaintop Cares Coalition. I'm working remotely, running social media for them, helping them get their program together and get started because they are hoping to open up a recovery resource center type thing for people in recovery in Greene County, New York, which is one of the surrounding counties to Delaware County. And I work with a really great group of individuals, and I truly, truly enjoy them. So that's always nice. And then I'm back at ADAC. I cannot believe the amount of traffic right now because I sit here. I'm back at ADAC full time. I should have never left, but you live and you learn, and I did. Hopefully, come November, I will be going inside the jail once we get all that squared away to work with the people inside. A lot of them I already work with, so it'll just be nice to have like an in-person meeting with them. I'm trying to think what else. Connor is home. Connor is living with us full time. I know someone asked how Connor is. Connor's doing okay. He has his own set of challenges, like everybody who just comes home from a program and is acclimating back into the community. He's doing very well. He's working full time. Um, Unfortunately, he still has a year left on probation. I don't understand why, but that's neither here nor there. We'll handle that too. So, he's doing his thing, getting into the swing of things and learning how. Well, hello, Carly. He's getting back into the swing of things of being in the free world. Um, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Um, oh no. Donnie said he's at his. So if any of you guys know Donnie, who's always on here, um, he's at his grandma's funeral, and I did not know that. So let's all send some condolences his way. Frankie, get off my plant. So I let the turkeys, we have a male and a female turkey. I let them outside to walk around, and Frankie is glued to the window, like watching them. She even like cried to go outside, and I let her go outside, and she just went over, checked on them, make sure they were okay, came back in. That was fine. She just wanted to make sure. She's protective of all our other animals. She's literally hanging over the side of the couch, glued out the window. It's funny. Anyway, so yeah, unfortunately, his grandma seems to have passed away, which I did not know. Yes, Connor is living with us. I'm not sure how long he's going to live with us. It's kind of up in the air. He is currently unhomed. And yeah, he's our family now. So here he is. I don't really know what to say about that. Do not bark at them. She's so cute. She has her head on the cat seat, the window seat, and she's just watching them. It is nice to sometimes just have someone to talk to. I try and I try and answer everyone's emails and messages. Sometimes though, if you send me messages, especially on Instagram, I've been noticing lately, like not only do I have like generalized like messages, but I also have like priority ones maybe, but then I also have hidden and sensitive. So there's like 4 spots for your messages to go on Instagram. It's very bizarre. I feel like there's so much stuff that I want to update you guys on, but my mind is kind of just blank. I met with a consultant last week on how to get my vision of starting a home for women and children, like a reentry, supportive living program type for women who come home from prison and need some place to go with their kids and stuff. Oh, I think that's way better. Okay, cool. So I met with her, and I currently now have sticky notes. I'm looking at them all over, and I've been trying to think of a name to call this project. Like I want it to be something house, but I'm not sure yet what. Yes, Farah. You said Jen. So if anybody has any good names, like Hope House is already taken. Just trying to think, there was another one. Like I don't want it to be Supplies for Life House or anything like that. Like I kind of want it to be its own separate entity, because it's solely going to be for these women and children that are either coming home from incarceration, rehab, abusive relationships. Sometimes you don't leave because you're like, dang man, it's about to be November. I don't have anywhere me and my kid to go. How can I leave? Like I get all that. Hope House is already taken. There's a place called Hope House in Albany, I believe. Well, Anna, I did not know that. I'm so glad I got to see you. Bye, Farah. Have a good rest of your day at work. Hope for Life House. Ooh, I kind of like that. Jen's hand up house. That's cute. Soft landing. I want it to be something that There is. Everybody does hope house because, I mean, I get it. I was like, because that's what you want your house to be. You want it to be hope, right? But like, hold on, let me see if I can turn this ring light so I don't blind you guys because it's literally jammed at my face right now. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see if you guys can read around the mess. Ooh. Oh, I enjoy it, girl. I enjoy it. So here, oh my goodness gracious. I'm going to try and turn you guys around. Here is so far. Let me see if I can get up. All right, here's what I have so far. Like, so this is, you know, obviously something house, but these are the things that I want to have go along. Don't mind my curio, my little plant cabinet here, and I have to get the door out of the way. So these are the things that like I want to be part of what's going to be going on. Hold on. So, you know, these are things that are going to happen inside, and just things that when I have to put like a vision board together. But I have way more. I have to start to stick up my, no, that's not want the door closed. I haven't even gotten everything in here yet. Here, let's get blinded by the ring light together. Okay. Oh my God, that shit's so bright. I haven't gotten everything in there yet so far, but you know, here's some babies. Oh God, this light is so crazy. Maybe if I turn it this way, you can see better. Okay. So here's some of the babies. I just got this one. I love this one. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, you know, you get it done how you get it done. Post-its, scratch pieces of paper, you know, whatever. You do what you got to do. I have a million notes on my phone because, you know, that's who I am as a person. Like, hashtags for work all over the place, other things. Call NYSAG because you still haven't gotten a bill. Not that I want one, but, you know, adulting and all. So, yeah. But I feel like when I did Supplies for Life, hold on, there's a big truck passing. I don't know if you guys could hear the traffic going by. Let me know. Because I sure can. Oh, poor people in Florida. Oh, the Resilience House. Let me write that down. Amy. Was that Amy who said that? Yes, Amy. Amy. You might get a t-shirt. That's, I love that. That's a good one. The Resilience House. Yes. Shit. I was just about to say, like, Harmony House. That's nice too. Grace Place. Ooh, Anna. So Supplies for Life, when I started it, obviously it had no name, no, you know, like starting point, no nothing. I just knew people needed these things and nobody was giving it to them. No agency, no services, but yet everybody was demanding that we do all these things. Like, okay, like perfect example. What about just Jen's place? It's just great. It is, but I don't want it to be about me. Like, because it's not. I want it to be about everybody, right? Haven House is, I think Haven House is taken too. But I forgot what I was just going to say, of course. Oh, so like Connor, for example, right? He's been very open about his story, so I'll share a few things with you. He has completed every rehab that I put him in the last year. And I say every rehab because unfortunately due to COVID, he got kicked out of one and I had to place him somewhere else. And then he successfully completed that program with flying colors and decided to stay on and do supportive care afterwards in a living facility and completed that successfully. And then when he came home after that, he just wasn't ready. He just didn't have enough time. You know, when you have 4 months, you think like, hey, I got 4 months. Like, that's when the devil tries to get back in, right? Especially when you're going through, like now you're home and you just have 4 months and it's a whole set of circumstances. So he went to this next place, and because he left before the time frame that he gave. He had another 5 weeks and he just didn't want to stay anymore. And that's fine. He did it almost for 6 months and he did great and he made changes, and it just came to a part that he didn't like some of the people there anymore and some changes were going down and he just didn't want to be there anymore, which is fine. But probation misinterpreted that as non-completion of a program. So now this poor kid has to go all the way back through new certifications, new evaluations and whatnot. And I feel like that's dumb. Like, he's done all that. I want this place to be a safe place for people that when they have these issues, they have someone there who has their back and says, oh, no, 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 you're misunderstanding. This was actually not a mandated program. This was volunteer. And he decided he was done volunteering. He is allowed to make those choices. They need someone there to be able to advocate for them, right? It's another thing I want to put on my wall because I'm putting together a proposal to propose it to the county to ask for support in this. This is why sticky notes are so powerful for me right now, because literally as I go through things, hi ladies, as I'm going through things, I can just write down the things and, you know, hang them up on the wall. So this way, when I have to put together a proposal, I got it. What I really would like to do is once the program gets established, and I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but once this new house program gets established, hopefully within the next 2 years, right? I want to make an employment place. And what I mean by that is maybe have the women that come into the program work with a bonding agency, get them bonded, and then work in the community. Like, the women will live there, they will work, they will use monies that they are accumulating through work to pay for their stay. So this way the house supports itself, right? And they're also working and gaining money on their own and whatever. Bye, Crystal. I'll talk to you later. I would love to make the agency then open up a business of like cleaning like stores and stuff like that, like a janitorial services. I'm not creative, but I can help edit and write the proposal if you need. Say less. Do you have a need for remote support? I would love to help it. I need all kinds of support. Like, this is literally a huge undertaking, like huge, right? And I've never done this, something of this magnitude before. There's all types of things that I'm going to need help with: vision boards, proposals, editing of writing things. Megan, wherever you are, we'll definitely be calling on you for that. Just all that stuff, you know? Well, thank you, Julie. And I need support in doing this, but I just know I'm the type of person, when I feel drawn to do something, if I don't do it, it eats at me. And it's always that like, well, what if, or that I've never done this, Megan, or I've never done this, or I've never done that, or whatever the case may be. And well, girl, say less. I will absolutely call on you. Email me. Everyone that wants to participate, email me and give me a good email address, because otherwise I'm not going to know how to get a hold of everyone. Because like Laura, your name is just Laura. I don't know who that is, unfortunately, without, you know, a contact way. Well, have fun, Denise. So yeah, I mean, oh, Pittsburgh isn't very far from us, actually. So that's really my goal. I really feel like housing, oh God, it's so incredibly important. Like, everything in your life gets fucked up if you can't go for housing, right? Like, if you don't have a place to put your head at the end of the day, or a place that you know your child is safe and secure and has a place to eat and be warm, like, you know, I don't know. I didn't see what that comment was. I would love any, this is the thing, like, it's gonna feel like it's gonna take forever and forever. I get it, Laura. Trust me. I have to make sure when I give out certain things, like, I have to do stuff like this to block my phone number. Otherwise, people prank me all the time or whatever. Send me Instagram, email, whatever. Your secret is safe with me. I totally respect privacy. I get it. Trust me. As a woman that puts herself in the spotlight, I get it. We had somebody drive past the house the other night screaming outside, I want to be on your YouTube channel. And I was like, well, stop. We'll talk. I'll put the camera on. And they just kept driving. But I want to get everything in order. And I know it sounds crazy. Like I have such a vision in my head of what I want it to be. Now I just have to, as always, get the funding to go with it, right? Because I know once I start to fundraise and put my IZ out there and explain to the community what I'm trying to do, I know it's going to come to fruition because I know that that's the path my higher power puts me on and the universe makes shit happen for me all the time. Case in point, look at us right now, right? So I'm not worried about that. My worry is about, okay, you're going to get this building, right? How do you get beds? How do you get, all this other stuff? How do you get all the things that I need in order to make people come into this home and feel safe and secure when they're losing what they've had basically their whole adult lives, right? They're leaving a domestic situation, they're leaving a sexual assault situation, they're just coming home from prison where they can't trust anyone and their guard's always up, right? You always got to keep your back to the wall, man. You never know what's going to happen. Like, or now you have children involved. Like, this needs to be, and don't come for me when I say this because I'm going to explain why I say this. This needs to be a very luxurious, warm, rich environment. And by luxurious, I do not mean fancy, high end. It needs to be soft and welcoming and comforting. Like we have some women that potentially in the future are going to come to this house that have been beaten to an inch of their life mentally and physically. And coming to start sheets, that ain't it. You know what I mean? Like I want yes, it has to feel like a home. Thank you, Haley. Like in a nutshell, it needs to feel like a home. It needs to feel like strength and power and safety and self-expression and the ability to be yourself no matter what that looks like, right? And the simple fact is that we are going to be having women that have been mentally beat up their whole lives come through. I mean, it is what it is. And I want to make sure that I have things like empowering artwork to get back to whoever said that. Let me scroll back. Who said that? Cat M. Yes, I want artwork in every room. Like I want pieces to make people think. I want them to look at something and say like, wow, that really makes me think, right? Because if we don't think, we don't process. If we don't process, we stay stuck. If we stay stuck, we might as well be dead. And I don't know. My envision is to have an office in this house and have hours where the girls can come in and talk to me. And of course, when there's a new admittance, I'll be there to welcome them and, walk them through and give them a hug and tell them they can breathe and that they're safe. But I want them to, I wish I could, Amy. Nobody wants to sponsor me. I don't post consistently enough for anybody to want to sponsor me. I really feel like that's it. And anytime I get like offers for sponsorship, it's for like nail polish or eye makeup, which I don't even wear. But I'm also not one of those content creators like I really don't care if I make 50 grand a month. That's never going to be me. It's just not. It's not who I am. I mean, would it be cool? Sure, I would buy the house myself. I'm just, what really makes me feel like I'm doing something and I, made it. All of this, like this. I mean, besides that, it's a disaster in here right now. But like this means I made it, right? Because this means somebody's not going to go hungry. Somebody's not going to freeze to death. Like that means more to me than that type of shit. I would love to see, like, once I get it up and running. What's wrong, baby? Once I get it up and running, I would like to, contact, like Bombas and see if they'll send me socks for the girls and, local donations. And I want to have like fun night events where I will see if like a local soap maker will come in and show the girls how to make soap and things like that. Like this is my thought process. This is what I think all the time. Like, I don't even have the fucking house yet, and I'm already planning like, a Friday night event. But that's just who I am, I suppose. Good, bad, and indifferent. And I want like the girls every night, everyone gets assigned a night that it's their night to cook for the house, and they sit down and as a family and have a meal. You're gonna have people you don't get along with, you're gonna have people you don't like, but that's the reality of the world. You can break bread together, right? Unless they do some heinous crime to you or your child, you could sit down and break bread together. There will be an application process, obviously, to see who gets in, because there's kids there. I would like to be able to accept DSS funding. I would also like to be able to accept private funding. These are the types of things that I'm going to need help with. Learn how to become Medicaid billable and all that. I loved coloring and arts and crafts when I was in the house. Yeah, I mean, me too, bro. Like, for real, like collaborative arts and creative arts and all that. Like, that's the shit that heals you without even trying. Cooking classes, stuff like that. I know who it is, and you better. Like, I'm dead serious. Bring your mom, bring your dad, bring the babies, bring the pugs. Come on. I'm serious. Like, Janelle, I'm literally, like, I'm in the process of it. I'm trying to get all the pieces squared away, and come on, girl. You could have the living room. Connor, we just got Connor a bed. We just bought him a bed. We haven't even put it together yet. So he's gonna be moving. The cats are getting kicked out of their room, probably. They're probably never gonna leave now because I think it's their room. Connor's gonna go in there. So we're gonna have 2 couches free. Megan has already reserved one. Janelle, you can have the other one. So you can get Michael's grab bags for $5 each at the end of the season. Oh, really? Where? Where the hell do we have a Michael's? Okay, well, call me. Where do we have a Michael's? I think we have one in Binghamton. I think that's the closest one. Jared is going for his Vivitrol shot today. I'm going to film a little bit of it for you guys. I can't film the actual shooting of the shot. Really? Dang, let me write this down. At the end of the month, so like, is there a specific day or anything? Michael's craft box is $5 end of month. Jared's gonna hate whoever told me that. Anyway, so I totally lost my train of thought because now I'm like, ooh, Michael's. Oh, so he's going for his Vivitrol shot today. So I'm going to film like us going and going in and the process of us going in and stuff like that. And then I will film his reaction afterwards and stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Kat. Rise to Thrive, Sanctuary. I kind of like Sanctuary too. Oh, I'll bet they go quick. I bet you people line up outside because the problem is the closest Michael's is like an hour away from me. Unfortunately, we live very rurally. Like, the only thing we have is the Dollar General in this town. We have a Mirabito gas station, which it's just a gas station, right? That has like a little deli attached to it, like a little, convenience store that has like overpriced milk. Could probably order them on Michael's sign up for their rewards program too. Well, look at you guys with all the couponing and discount information. Listen, send me all the information. Hi Betty, send me all the information that you guys have on any type of discount, anything. Shh. I went food shopping yesterday at Aldi's, and that's usually the cheap spot. $220 later, and we don't even have like 2 weeks of food. Whew. Being homeless here is extremely hard. We have no public transportation at all. We are the size of Rhode Island when you stretch us out. And it is very hard to navigate here because number one, no transportation. Um, Number two, we have very spotty cell phone service. So we don't have towers the way normal city folks do. Like we are never in a 5G status. We are 4G at best. And that's when you have really good service. So it's very difficult. A lot of people like myself, I use how I make calls and stuff at our home is we have Wi-Fi calling and stuff. So it makes it very, very difficult to navigate even the simplest of tasks. Yeah. It's very rural. It's gorgeous. It really is. It's beautiful. But unfortunately, it is rural. And, if you are someone who is not struggling, that's the beauty of it. It's rural. There's not a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of population, etc. But if you are someone who needs any type of services and are struggling and don't have transportation, don't have your own home or whatever the case may be, it is very hard to navigate around here because it is so incredibly rural. It has its pluses and its minuses. I appreciate the quietness. Now that I'm in the recovery side of my addiction, I really appreciate not a lot of population, um, quiet, calm, things like that. But for career and work purposes, it's rough. That's a box of tents. That's 6, 7, 8 tents. I have stored outside. Ooh, Journey. I have stored outside. I was blessed. Someone sent me a cot this summer, and I'm saving it because occasionally I do have elderly people who are homeless and live in tents, and I want to give, I'm waiting for the perfect person to give that cot to, because sleeping on the cold floor, man, it ain't it for nobody. So, introvert unite, yes. I'm extremely extrovert from my home. If that makes sense. Sitting in my own home, I'll talk to a few thousand people a day. I don't mind. I don't want to go out in public, and that's too people-y. I don't want to be with all those people. Unless they're my people. So, there's that. It's crazy to say that, right? Like I'm an extrovert while being inverted in my home. But it is what it is. I'm playing with this. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's so pretty. A friend of mine gave me this for my birthday. First day of snow. Oh no. Can you see all the flash in this? It's so pretty. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Jared just sent me a message that I can't listen to. Isn't that pretty? I can't watch. I won't be able to catch that flash again. It's such a pretty stone. Comes from Colorado, actually. A really, really good friend of mine, Christina, she traveled this last year to go see her daughter in Colorado. And I'm not sure if this stone came from there then or what, but the flash on this is awesome. Anyway, she gifted this to me for my birthday because she said she just felt like this stone needed to be with me, that she feels like it holds a lot of power and that I'm going to be going through a lot of different changes and that I need it. And it's so pretty. That doesn't even do it justice. Like, it's super pretty. And I love stones and crystals. And then, did you guys see what I got for my birthday from Courtney? Courtney, who was on the channel. So I got this beautiful, half raw, half polished point. Don't mind my missing nail. Super pretty. And for some reason lately, I've been really into greens, and I don't have a piece like this. Look how beautiful this is. Oh, so pretty. And then she sent me this little cutie thing too. Look how cute. Little flutterfly. Oh, sheesh. Then I just have a whole bunch of like selenium sticks. This I got. This was a gift. Gosh, I can't even remember for what. Isn't this pretty? I love the raw ones. This I bought because I thought it was so unique. Look how cool this is. I don't even know what this is. It's just so cool. I couldn't not buy it. Minus the dust. Don't judge me. Isn't that cool? Denise, you are back. Hello. Oh, cool. You carry green opal in your pocket with you everywhere. So opal is my birthstone. My nose ring, I'm sure you guys probably can't tell, but my nose ring is opal. Yeah. So I am attempting to figure out names, but for some reason, the Resilience House, I really, really, really like that. My luck watch, there'll be a Resilience House somewhere else and I won't be able to do it. If you guys have any other great, Bella always nabs seashells. She likes them too. We have a whole bunch. Yeah, if you have any other like craft ideas, let me know. Just know that Bobby Joe is coming over Tuesday and we are going to be doing a bunch of videos. One of them that we're doing is we're going to be doing seasonal depression because I feel like that's very accurate right now. And then like if you have any questions on seasonal depression, message me or email me or actually post them in the group, whatever, wherever, no big deal. And then I think we're also going to do anxiety. Yeah, seasonal depression, anxiety. Let me write it down so this way I remember. Maybe one other one. Maybe trauma bonds. Because that'll blow your socks off when you hear. Trauma bonds are, whew, they are incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. You wouldn't even believe that you have them. You know, anytime you go through any type of really intense trauma forming situation with another person, you create a trauma bond, whether you want to or not, good, bad, indifferent, you know, whatever. And it's rough. It really is. It is very powerful and very hard to break. And sometimes you don't need to break those, but sometimes you absolutely do. Yeah, you know, like, so for me, I remember the first time like I was doing like trauma informed care as a training, right? And I had to take my own ACEs test for the first time ever. And, you know, I was loosely listening while I was filling out the test. And all of a sudden, at the same time that I was adding up my things, she said, you know, if you have 6 or more, you're likely to live less long, find out all these things. As I'm choking on nothing, sorry. And I was like, holy shit, like I actually remember asking for another paper and going back through it and redoing it because I thought I wasn't paying attention closely enough and that my answer is going to be different, and it wasn't. And it's never going to be. And now that I'm better informed and I know these things, like I've been able, that really upset me that day. I remember being like super, super upset and remembering seeing like, when you see something in black and white in front of you, it's hard to deny. I don't know. It was just really powerful. Let me read these. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, Christina. That's very difficult. I understand. Mm. You know, our emotional like meter works in such a weird way, right? Like we bond with people that we know aren't necessarily good for us, but something about that relationship feels good or kind of solves or supplies something that is needed and we don't understand. Like we damn well know there are some men or women we shouldn't mess with, we shouldn't get in relationships with because we know from previous experiences that that's going to lead us, you know what I mean, down a bad path. But red flags and all, we're waving them. Doo doo doo. Here we are. Come on. And it is what it is. I'm sure, for the person who commented about their daughter, making these friendships right now, that's as a mom, especially after some things that have been going on lately, that have been coming, like I knew were going to happen, but watching them happen for my child and not being able to take that pain away and not being able to step in and protect her or make things better, it's rough, right? As a parent, we want to protect our babies because to us, they're always our babies. Like Bella's going to be 11 at the end of December. She is not a baby. But to me, I look at her and I see this little girl and she is a baby and she's not. But I want to protect her. And unfortunately, when it's other family members that are hurting her because they don't choose their words wisely or they're worried more about their feelings or how they feel about a situation other than the 10-year-old who should really be at the top of the list, it's hard. And when you have a child who's already in a vulnerable position like that, like a psychiatric unit or inpatient or whatever, and then to see them setting themselves up for more hurt and failure, it's just unbelievably difficult to watch. And there's really nothing you can do because at the end of the day, your daughter is now in a situation where she's with these people all day. And sometimes you need these relationships. Unfortunately, as crazy as this is going to sound, sometimes you need these relationships in order to get through what you are going through at that moment. So I feel for you, girl. I wish there was something I could do to help, but unfortunately, sometimes things go down this path because they have to. Let me see what all these. Laura, if the girls want it, of course I always will. I'm not an AANA person myself, but if they want it, absolutely. I absolutely would. I think guest speakers are incredibly powerful. Anytime you could have live life experience and you can hear someone speak on it and you can relate to a person's pain, passion, joy, triumph, that shit is motivating as all hell. Absolutely. Look at you with all your fall craft projects. Bye, Harlequin. Have a good day. Yeah. I have so many activities that I want to do with the girls. But this is my problem. Like, I don't even have the house yet. I'm planning activities. I need to slow myself down. But yeah, I mean, I think guest speakers, why do you think I want to pursue a career in public speaking? Not only do I feel like it helps other people, oh my God, Bella is a paint rock junkie. She's all about it. But not only do like I want to help, not only does me speaking help other people, I hope, right? But it helps me too. And I say this often, like when I first started telling my story, it was a story of embarrassment and shame and disappointment and just bad feelings, right? It was just a story of bad feelings. But now I tell my story. Well, and then it changed, right? And it went to sadness because it was sad. And the more I got comfortable telling my story, the more I shared and the more it was just sad because it's sad, right? Anytime a child is not loved properly, it's sad. It's just sad. Anytime someone is so incredibly broken that they feel like they can never be whole again or fixed or anything, that just becomes sad. But then you know, the more you let the sadness and the anger and the darkness out, something beautiful can happen. And it becomes empowering, and it becomes a story of survival, and it becomes your starting point. And now it's just a part of my journey, you know, and it has made me who I am today. And it has made me stronger than I ever humanly thought was possible. And it has made me, right? And I'm okay with that. You know, I try and be the best person I can. I make mistakes and I have downfalls and bad mental health moments and all of that. And I just try and always keep gratitude in the forefront because it is super hard. There are days that I'm so disgusted. Like, we just moved, right? And the house is a shit show, man. It's a mess. There's boxes everywhere and all kinds of shit. But guess what? We moved into a house that is ours, right? A couple years ago, I didn't have anything, let alone a house that's mine. I was lucky I owned the clothes on my back and they weren't borrowed, right? Um, 5 years ago, I was in prison. No, excuse me, I was in jail, right? What year are we in? 22. So 3 years ago, I was in prison. And then I let that sink in and the reality of where we were to where we are. A little over a year ago, year and a half ago, my daughter didn't live with me. And now here we are in a house that is ours. Some days it feels like baby steps. Some days it feels like backward steps. But it's steps, and they're sober steps. Every day they are 100% sober steps. I am not taking change to go buy a bag of meth. I am not answering that call. I'm not going to the food pantry for food, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Please do not think that I'm downplaying that at all. But like, now I'm giving out food to other people because I'm blessed enough to have my own, right? I'm giving shelter to other young people who don't have it because no one did that for me. You know, we are now moving forward as a generation, as a society of kinder, better people. I mean, look at the message Bella is getting compared to the message she was getting 5 years ago. 5 years ago, the message was her mom is an active addict who's losing herself and dying, right? Now the message is we help people that need help. We don't judge them. We don't criticize them. We don't make fun of them. We don't call them names. We don't do all that gross shit. We say, hey, would you like some food? Do you need some socks? And we make the world a better place. You know, Bella is she's gonna be something when she grows up, man. I hope she's gonna be an advocate, but like in the governmental sense where she's gonna change the world, right? Because I mean, who better than to change the world than a child that has literally gone through it firsthand? There are so many. Hold on, let me. Laura, I will get a hold of you. Yes, I plan on all that. Thank you. I'd have to write that down. Collab with the colleges. This is why the sticky notes is for me. Don't hate on my wall. Well, thank you, Denise. I mean, oh, butterfly Amy, thank you. A warrior princess. I've been called a lot of things. Well, thank you. I'm all your sisters. Don't you no worry. Bye, Laura. Have fun adulting. I know it sucks. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I just try to be what I didn't have. Sometimes I nail it. Sometimes I'm very, very far away from the target. But at the end of the day, I try. And I think that's the part that's most important. Like, I try, right? No one can ever knock you for trying. People can criticize, they can talk shit, but you just keep trying. And it's not for the haters, it's for you. Because trust and believe, I have haters. I have people who hate the fact that I'm successful at what I do. They hate the fact that they can't do what I do because they doubt themselves. I mean, I think that's the only reason why. And I say, like, everyone that I work with is always like, man, I wish I could do what you do. You can. You can. You absolutely can. There's no one. Hurt people have two options: to hurt other people, to change the world that destroyed them. Amen, sister. And I hope to be the latter. I just, it is what it is. I just feel super blessed because, like, a few years ago, I was sitting in a cell, literally sitting in a cell. I was an inmate. And now, look at all the people that I've connected with around the world. Like, not even in my hometown, around the world. I get cards and letters from you guys, and they are amazing. And I got one the other day, and it was probably one of the most interesting ones, and I've gotten a lot. Jared, I didn't grab the mail from the post office. Jared did. And I was like, well, open it. And he's like, I don't really understand it. And I was like, okay. So when I got it from him, I read it and I was like, this is one of the best letters I've ever. It was just like a whole bunch of like quotes about women and empowering women. And it was just, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And she just made my whole day. And I was like, right on, sister. And of course the man didn't understand it. Surprise. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I'm lucky, man. I get all this. I get to meet all these interesting people. I've got to travel a little bit. All of this stuff. Awesome. Thanks, Laura. I love my weirdo Canadians. I wish they would let me in. I get so close and I take pictures and then they're like, meh, you can't come in. So I actually made a video the first time we went to Buffalo and I just haven't had time to edit it because it's a lot of voiceover stuff. Maybe, let's see what time it is. Jerry will be home soon. We'll have to go. Yeah. You do suck about that. Why can't one of you guys sponsor me to come as like a work thing? Denise, can you find out if that's a possibility, if that's a thing? Like, can I apply to come as a work thing? Maybe, sort of. I don't know. But yeah, see, find out if that's a thing. Like, if I can come speak there or something or whatever. Just get a group of people together and I'll come speak just to come to the country. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, did Tiffany get to go there? She's a cool chick, and I appreciate the fact that she took a year off and is doing things for her family, her mental health, and I love that. And I think she's about to have a crazy comeback. Well, I'm not necessarily going on tour. I don't think anybody wants me to go on tour. I don't have anything to tour about. But yeah, I'm gonna go get ready to take the man to the doctor appointment. I love chit-chatting with you guys like this. I love all your ideas. I love this. Keep sending them to me, please. And stay tuned. There is more to come as always. Bye, everybody.